Alright, hello there everyone. Welcome to week number 2 of NBBL, and this is going to be a bit of a different type thing. So, week 2 occurred whenever I was on spring break, and, well, by that, I mean I was at home. So, I was at home, and I did not have a good recording setup, because the floor in my bedroom is kind of a bit whack, and I didn't want to record at my desk, so I recorded it while I was in bed. And thus I didn't record my microphone, so it's going to have to be a post commentary. So, yeah. But before that, I'm going to quickly dive into the team this week. So, starting out with Dialga Origin, Trick Room, Fire Blast, Dragon Pulse, Flash Cannon, um, Zero Speed, Quiet Nature. My opponent's team is very fast, which I am not going to include the teams from now on. I'm just going to do quick overviews of the team and then just jump straight into the battle because nobody watches the team builders anyways. So, bringing a Trick Room Dialga, I'm bringing a Volt Switch, Rapid Spin, Terra Blast, T-Bolt, Terra Ice, Regieleki, just to kind of hit some stuff hard. I'm bringing Rapid Spin, Meteor Beam, Terra Star, Storm Flamethrower, Terapagos. This is designed to quick Meteor Beam on Weed since they have a Quivor on their team and they led with it in their last game. And I feel like Weed Quivor is a safe bet for their lead this game. I have Fizdef Gramble because my opponent has a Chien-Pao Palafin and a Garhcomp, so Rest Hog with player of EQ felt safe. I have Fizdef Tingwu since their only special threats were really whack, I think Thunderous Therian, so EQ Ruination Rocks Whirlwind, and then Ogerpon C with Cudgel, Knock, Power Whip, and U-Turn to generally break my opponent's team. So that is going to be a very, very quick breakdown. I'm going to pause the recording and we'll cut to the battle. Alright, and let me just click play here. So, yeah. As you can see, we are playing against my guy Aprater, so this is the Battle of the Atoms, and the last time we played, I destroyed him a bit, but it was also aided a bit by hacks with Chien-Pao, or with my Chien-Pao getting a crit on their Colorberry Spectre, so yeah. You can see here, my lead plan, I'm not really changing it, so yeah. I was a bit surprised to see the Thunderous and no Garchomp, so there was that. But also didn't think it was reason enough to deviate from my Terapagos plan. So, yeah. Let me skip ahead if I can. Yeah, alright. So, and now here comes the game. And it's worth noting that I have no... I don't think I really have much of a path to victory in this because they have fighting coverage out the wazoo, and fighting coverage just completely dismantles my team. So, yeah. I do see that they lead Gholdengo, which is kind of unfortunate for me because I don't get to quick Meteor Beam turn 1. So, I kinda, well, here you can see I'm trying to fix the health bar, and I get it right, so, yeah. Get the health bar right, and, yeah. I debate clicking Meteor Beam, but I ultimately click Flamethrower because, yeah, getting some health on this thing and removing Gholdengo as fast as possible is pretty big for me. And they click Focus Blast, and they hit, so, yeah. Which, one thing, I highly recommend you check out my opponent's channel, because last week, they hit, I think, 6 Focus Blasts in a row to clean up an endgame with Gholdengo, and they won the game 1-0. That was an absolutely insane game to watch, and I highly recommend you check it out if you're not, subscribed to Aprater already. So, yeah. Here, I am pretty much going to be going Ting-Wu because it's my only Gholdengo answer. And I have it EV'd to with 2 Focus Blast just in case of an emergency like this one. Ultimately, they do read the play and they go into their Palafin, so they get the 0 to hero off for free, and yeah. I think I quick Stealth Rock here. Potentially. Yeah, I just quick Rocks. Because I quick Rocks because their switch out is very, very obvious because you don't really stay in with Palafin 0. So I get free Rocks up as they go into, I think that's Quivor. Yep, Quivor. Overall, my opponent's playing very, very well right now. I'm playing very, very reactively. So, yeah. And here, what do? Yeah, I go Gramble because it's my only play. Because I need health on Ting-Wu to, you know, keep the Gholdengo in check. And yeah, so I go Gramble. Hopefully get some Rocky Helmet chip off on this. I think they quick Stone Axe. Get their own rocks up. Yep. And yeah. Let's see what they want to do again. So one important thing to note for this turn, my opponent's only hazard remover is Quivor. So their only way to get rid of hazards is to defog their own hazards away with Quivor. And that's what they decide to do here. So they quick defog, remove their own hazards, and in their video they said they had the explicit goal of setting them up again next turn. A quick Earthquake, and they did a little bit of damage, but I ultimately wanted to quick Play Rough this next turn just to, because Play Rough is going to be doing a lot more than Earthquake since it gets the same type of attack bonus. And also another thing I debated was I could hit the Thunderous Therian on switch in. So yeah, I decided to lock Play Rough in as they switch out, and they will go into the Thunderous Therian. So I hit the Thunderous on the switch in, which is absolutely clutch. So I switch out here because I still need health on this thing for the Chien-Pao, and I go into Ogerpon. I debate Ting-Wu and Dialga for a bit, but ultimately I decide on Ogerpon. So yeah, Ogerpon just allows me to quick knock off for free since it's in knockoff range, and they don't really want to, you know, lose their items. So yeah. They either lose an item on another thing, or they just lose Thunderous, so yeah. As you can see, I was very, very indecisive, which is what happens when you're laying down and you're very stressed out about a game. They do quick Focus Blast because it's free and my switch was obvious, and they hit it. Fortunately, I have Sturdy. This is why I love Ogerpon Cornerstone. So yeah. I did a bit of a calc here just to check and see if I knocked it out, and I ultimately I do. So yeah. After I count, quick knock off, KO the Thunderous, and yeah. Ultimately, in this situation, they're forced to go Palafin or Chien-Pao, so I can immediately pivot back into the Gramble, get some free Rocky Helmet chip, and yeah. Skip ahead a little bit. They do go Palafin. So, yeah. I do switch out of this. I know I'll contemplate going for a move here because I can't afford to let this thing set up, but I figure they're just going to go for the kill because I know how my opponent plays. So they will just go for the kill, and I ultimately do go Gramble, and I reveal the fact that they are Clear Amulet. Quick Jet Punch into me, and get hurt a bit from Rocky Helmet. Their switch to Gholdengo is pretty obvious here, so my goal here in this turn is to abuse the fact that they're going to go Gholdengo so I can get some recovery off on Granbull and a quick rest, because I felt like it was a safe bet and I need health on this thing to keep up with Chien-Pao. And they do go Gholdengo. I could have quick DQ if I was feeling very risky, but I didn't feel like the risk was that worth it, because if I make the wrong play, then Palafin can kill Granbull, and I need Granbull. So here I go Ting-Wu, and this is where the game starts to kind of come unraveled for my opponent. Remember earlier how I said that they had some pretty good Focus Blast block, hitting so many in a row? They continue that here, but only for one. So we do ultimately eat the hit, and here I decide to debate for a little bit, I think, but I ultimately decide to quick Stealth Rock because I figured getting the chip damage on Chien-Pao was very, very important. See, I checked the teams and everything, so yeah. Just waiting for me to quick rocks. And there we go. And there is Focus Blast miss number 1. So we get rocks up, and then we will quick Earthquake here to hit whatever wants to come in because it is unresisted. And unfortunately my opponent misquicks Focus Blast again and misses. They meant to quick make it rain just to get the chip damage that they need off on this. So Ting-Wu will kill the Gholdengo. And here I think they go Quivor. So, yeah. Wish I had an easy way to skip ahead on this. There we go. So, they go Quivor. Ultimately revealing themselves to be heavy-duty boots. And here, I just quick Earthquake because it's free. And I can whiff whatever hit they want to throw at me. They quick Stone Axe to get their own Stealth Rock up. And, yeah. Earthquake unfortunately does not kill. They live on a, like, I think 5. I forget what the exact number was. I think it was 5 though. But they live the hit, and yeah. I still know that they can't kill me in one hit, so they quick Axe Scissor. I live the hit on 74, and quick Earthquake again to knock out the Quivor. I keep denting their team because Ting-Wu is pretty much worthless in this matchup now that Gholdengo is gone. Granted, it still has some fringe use with the Globro, but at this health, it's not going to be doing a lot. And yeah. Here they go into Chien-Pao, taking the rocks damage, and here I immediately think that this thing is choiced. Because most all of the Chien-Paos that I've faced have like, or pretty much, well, either choice or boots. And I automatically think if it's not boots, it's choiced. So I think I go Regieleki here after calcing for a bit. Let me skip ahead. I go Regieleki. And yeah. Here, the play I make, I Terra Ice and then T-Bolt because Thunderbolt was a roll to kill this thing. And I figured that since I figured that this thing would be likely choice banned, and Terra Ice to resist the Obstacle Crash felt like a logical play. So yeah, Terra, go for the Terra Ice. And we will go from there. So, drop a Thunderbolt, and I do knock out the Chien-Pao. And now we're in an interesting situation because they can go Glowbro, which they do. And yeah, I will quick Volt Switch because I don't know what this thing will want to do to me. Quick Draw. And then they quick Focus Blast and miss again, and that really broke the game for them. Because I got a free Volt Switch off, doing a huge chunk of damage to this thing. And this is where my bad play starts to go on full notice. Because I think I go Terapagos for some reason. Yeah, I go Terapagos, I think, because I didn't want to risk health on Dialga for the Palafin. So I quick Meteor Beam. I should have quit Star Storm, to be honest. But they get the proc, and they get the Quick Draw proc, and they go for Focus Blast, hitting again, and Terapagos goes down. So now I have no choice but to go Dialga. And so, Exert Pressure, yada yada yada. Here I quick Dragon Pulse because it's my best move, and I think I kill from this range anyways, judging from how much a Regieleki did. So, yep, quick Dragon Pulse, they don't get the Quick Draw, which I'm not sure if it mattered or not. It may have, I'm not sure. But Dialga will pick up that kill, and all they have left is the Palafin. So here, I just quit Dragon Pulse because, I mean, I have no reason not to. I can't allow them to get a bulk up for free. So, yeah. Quit Dragon Pulse here, and I don't knock it out. They live on very little amount again. And yeah. Here I'm trying to count to see if Drain Punch will kill me, and it didn't kill me, but unfortunately Close Combat does. For the record, I quit Dragon Pulse on that turn and they quit Close Combat. So here I'm forced to... I go Regieleki for some reason, but I can also just switch out Granbull, or switch Granbull in. I think what I was trying to do in the moment, like my logic in the moment, was I'm going to bait a Jet Punch so that way Granbull can come in and pick it up, so that way they can't go for like any recovery. So yeah, and they will quick Jet Punch after we get the Intimidate stuff off. Quick Jet Punch, hurt themselves with Rocky Helmet, and we will win the game 3-0. It was a very, very messy game, but we did win it. So, yeah. That was week number 2 of NBBL. Sorry about the kind of scuffness of the recording. I could not do a live comm. So, yeah. At any rate, guys, that is going to be week number 2 of NBBL. I will catch you all with week 3. Peace.